So basically, what we do, we learn how to play the piano, and at the beginning of the year, since there's 2 classes there, you might not start off playing the piano at first, so you might learn how to do different beats with high-tech drums. It's basically just a book and 2 sticks, and you learn how to do different beats and different songs and stuff like that. And when you get over to the piano, you play a bunch of different songs, and you might be able to show off some of the songs that you learned from home or on the iPad or something like that. The reason why I would recommend incoming 6th graders to pick this class is because piano is just really, really fun. It sounds really nice, and if you come into the class thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be so bad at this, but then once you start learning notes and going easy, and you start learning more and more, learning what different notes are and stuff like that, it's really, really fun.
My name's Miss Bramman, and I'm here to talk to you about joining band, because it's something you should do. We've got drums, woodwinds, and brass. The class gets super full, so you better sign up fast. You could play the clarinet, which has a buzzy reed, or the really shiny flute, lots of air you're sure to need. Then there's the trumpet, it's loud and super cool, but the biggest is trombone, it's the loudest in the school. You will honk, you will squeak, and at first you might sound bad, but with hard work and practice, it's the most fun you've ever had. But Miss Brandman, why should I join band? Well, let me tell you, it'll give you an upper hand. Give me just a moment and I'll explain what music does for you and how it grows your brain. You see, my friends, when it's music you create, you will get better grades and you're sure to graduate. Music, it is science, it is language, it is math, it is art, it is history, and it sure does kick some brass. I know some of you may be apprehensive. You're thinking, Miss Bramman, aren't instruments expensive? Don't you worry, don't you fret. I've got instruments to loan. You can play it if you're careful, you can even take it home. Music has a future you can play your whole life long. Being part of something, it'll never steer you wrong. Cause when you're in a band, it's a family, it's a team. We take lots of trips and have healthy self-esteem. So if you like music and doing something new and you enjoy hard work and daily practice too, then talk to your parents, get their permission, and you're on your way to becoming a musician. If you're in band already, then you gotta stick it out. The best part is ahead of you, of this I have no doubt. Everyone I meet says I wish I'd never quit. Don't be that person, cause band is super lit. So sign up now for a class you're sure to like, and hashtag Brandman's Bands. Now it's time to drop the mic.
Una razón porque alguien debe o puede estar en banda es para aprender algo más o algo nuevo en la vida, para tener algo más que hacer. Una cosa que yo recomiendo para hacer en la clase de banda es escuchar las direcciones con cuidado.
My name is Miss Hartman, and I teach 6th grade Avid Jumpstart. Avid Jumpstart is a class for students who want to have a really fun elective as a 6th grader, but also know that it is really important to work hard to be the best version and best student of themselves that they possibly can be. If you talk to a student who has taken Avid Jumpstart before, they will tell you we play a lot of games, probably 1 game each class period, which is very fun. But we do a lot of work in Avid Jumpstart. We practice our writing to become better writers, and we practice our note-taking. We become better inquirers by asking questions and setting goals for ourselves. We become better collaborators with all those team-building games. We become more organized by organizing our backpacks and our binders and using our planners. And we also become better readers by practicing the Avid reading routine.
You do lots of fun stuff with your teachers, lots of games that are fun.
During videos, and we do slant, which is sit up, listen, ask and answer questions, nod your head and track the speaker. And, we also play games, and we get to know other people when we go on fun field trips.
Lo que hacemos en Avid, hacemos muchos juegos y actividades que nos gustan. Unas cosas que hacemos es tomamos notas durante mirando un video y te enseña cómo estar listos para cuando estés grande y cuando vayas al colegio y a la secundaria, y te ayuda para las otras clases también.
My favorite thing about Avid is taking notes while watching a video because I enjoy that a lot.
The people you meet, it's like an Avid family, and you stay with them for 7th and 8th grade, the same people.
Mi favorita cosa de Avid son los juegos porque estás con una familia, como las clases son como tu familia y después hablar de cosas, y cuando juegas los juegos conoces a las personas más bien.
If you're struggling in your class, if you're struggling in elementary, if you do Avid, it helps you. It'll help you get on track and stay organized. It'll help you get scholarships and to get into colleges and stuff.
Se deberían de meter a Avid porque cuando te metes a Avid tienes como una familia y les puedes hablar de cosas que pasan en tu vida, y luego también te ayudan a conocer personas más rápidas, y no eres una persona que no les gusta hablar, eres como más salida y puedes hablar con las personas más bien.
Some other things we focus on in Avid Jumpstart include learning about how to be a better leader and be a better self-advocate to stand up for yourself. We also learn about different careers that you might want to have later in life and how you might make that happen. And we also learn about future colleges that you might attend to have those careers. Sometimes we have guest speakers to talk about colleges, we go on virtual tours, and we learn about all the options that you can have when you are done with high school. So Avid Jumpstart is a great class for you if you want something fun, but you are also willing to put in the hard work to become the best student you can be. Avid Jumpstart is going to help you with your classes now as a middle schooler, in the future as a high schooler, and eventually into college.
Choir is a place for students to be a part of a team and to obviously learn how to get better at singing and reading music. But most importantly, I think it's a place for them to feel like they have a group of people that really care about them and support them kind of like a family.
In choir, we start the day off with warm-ups, and what warm-ups are, we have a binder and we have a packet, and you fill out just simple questions about solfege, do, re, mi, and then we do hand signals and stuff like that. And then we get music a couple months in, and we do we number the bars and stuff, and then we prepare for a concert. And it's really fun. You get to spend time with your friends. You get a teacher that's there for you and will help you along the way.
En coro cantamos, hacemos los calentamientos y todo eso te ayuda para como ser mejor en el coro, y sí, como cantas y luego las canciones que te las dan en meses, como después de tener un concierto, y las vas cantando y aprendiéndotelas para el concierto.
So in choir, you get to perform at concerts, you get to go on field trips and sing for different groups, you get to sing in class all different types of music, and you really just get to know a lot of new friends and new people and have a really fun time.
My favorite thing about choir is I get to spend time with my friends and our teacher, and our teacher is really nice, and when I'm hanging out with my friends, I feel really happy. They're like my family, so when I'm hanging out with my friends, they're like my family.
Mi cosa favorita de hacer en coro es cuando estamos haciendo los calentamientos, como puedes hablar después de trabajar y el maestro te deja. Y sí, los calentamientos, porque como son cortos y luego te los explica y te da la respuesta para ver si la agarraste bien o mal y puedes corregir tus errores.
For a sixth grader coming into choir, You should definitely pay attention because there is a lot to learn to be able to get to come into choir and just take the class and learn everything that you need to for the concert.
Don't let your bar get down. It might seem tough at first, but it's gonna work out in the end.
Mr. Warren es bueno y divertido porque te tiene paciencia y puede volver a explicarte lo que no entendiste y no te da mucho estrés y todo. El coro es como una gran familia.
Even if you don't think you might be the best singer in the world, everyone should think about taking choir because you go into choir to learn how to sing. You don't have to be amazing at it day one.
Intro to Art class is a class for mostly 6th graders, and in the class we do a variety of things. I try to give the students a chance to try out many different types of art. So we do some painting, we do a lot of drawing, almost every day we draw. We work with clay, we do a little bit of sculpture, and we learn about a few famous artists along the way. And one of the things that I try to get students to focus on also is their basic art skills, like cutting paper and gluing and things like that, skills that will help them do their projects better in the future.
My favorite type of art that we've learned so far is probably like painting, and then like after we paint, like go over like lines with Sharpie, like thick Sharpie.
Mi favorita cosa de arte es que cuando llegamos a la clase hacemos hay como un warm-up y hacemos como pone un dibujo en el en el whiteboard thing. Ya necesitamos hacer los pasos para hacer el esa es mi favorita cosa, y pintando también.
I think most of the students enjoy the class. There seems to be a pretty high level of interest, and students seem to be pretty excited when they come in every day, and we have a good time. We put on music, and it's a nice relaxing atmosphere.
Mr. Ridden, he's fun, and like he lets us like not do whatever we want, but like we can like he lets us talk when we're like painting and stuff.
El maestro, Mr. Witten, le gusta como hacer chistes y también se mira estricto un poquito, pero sí hace chistes y está bien, es un maestro como bueno.
One of the cool things about art is that you learn new ways to express yourself. And so, you know, if you're not a person who likes to sing or dance, or you don't feel like you're a good writer, visual arts, you know, with pictures and sculpture is a great way to let other people know how you feel about things. It's a great way to show who you are and what you believe and what you think is important.
Hi students, this is the class of Spanish. This class is determined for you to learn the basics of Spanish and vocabulary and pronunciation and vocabulary. We also be learning how other languages are spoken in Latin America and Spain.
In Spanish class we learn all the basics of Spanish, like greetings and colors and just anything you need to know for learning how to speak Spanish.
We learn Spanish and how to speak and write a little bit.
I would recommend other kids to take Spanish because then they can learn how to speak a new language and they can talk to other kids.
You're going to learn how to pronounce the Spanish language. You're also going to learn the dates of the month and days of the week and how to have a conversation in Spanish.
It's really good for you to learn other languages than just one language.
One piece of advice I'd give would probably be to take notes because it's hard to remember a lot of the words.
Hi, I'm Miles from Mount Baker Middle School. Students always want to know what we do in the tech classes at Mount Baker, so let me tell you. Miss Sliger teaches the tech classes, and as a 6th grader, you can take the Intro to Tech class where you learn how to use computers more efficiently. After you learn lots of helpful time-saving tips, you will get to learn some basic coding and programming, and may even make some computer games and controllers. As a 7th and 8th grader, you will get a few more choices. You can still take Intro to Tech, but you might like to try the animation class, where you learn to make animated films just like the one you are seeing right now. Another kind of film you could learn to make is called stop-motion animation, like the claymation movies you've seen. For the other classes, I'll show you around the tech lab and tell you a little about them. These are the Robots for Robotics class, where you learn the programming language to program robots to drive and sense objects so it doesn't run into them. You can even teach the robot to follow you or follow the light, or maybe go through a maze. Here are the 3D printers for the 3D fabrication class, where you use 3D modeling software to design and print 3D models. These are some of the fantastic 3D models created by students here at Mount Baker. This is the newest machine, the laser cutter, which is another way you learn to fabricate in this class. Fabricate is just a fancy word for making things. In this class, you also learn to program microcontrollers to blink lights or run motors, so you can make things that actually move or do something. Remember, there's Intro to Tech for 6th graders, and after 6th grade there's 3 choices: robotics, 3D fabrication and physical computing, and animation. So, I hope you take some tech classes while you are here at Mount Baker.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Miss Watson and I'm the orchestra teacher for 4th through 8th grade. 5th grade orchestra students, I'm really excited to have you in middle school orchestra next year and keep working with you. Middle school is where you stop being just a before school class and get to be a true orchestra. Instead of coming to school early, you get to meet as a regular class during the school day. You get to play more advanced music, and you also get to play in parts. Kind of like the melody and harmony things we've done this year, but with 3, 4, or even 5 different parts. 1 for each instrument and 2 for the violins. We also add a string bass, so if you're interested in switching to the string bass, middle school's the time. And since you're playing all these harmony parts on your own instruments, instead of having a piano behind you, you get to play with a conductor in front of you, just like they do in real orchestras. Middle school orchestra is where you start to make a lot of progress, and since you guys are already doing so well, you have the potential to become really amazing in the next few years. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you for the next few years.